massage therapist. And then she also has another young lady that works in her office there, her shop, and she does facials and all. So the Lee family has moved in.
You didn't get a facial while you were there?
No, I could use one. But I do want to get a massage.
Oh, yeah.
Those are, more people are just going.
Get those kinks out your muscles, man.
Yep, that's correct. Anyhow, good luck to you all, and they're doing well. And driving off,
what's he doing?
Both the medicine shop and Allstate Insurance with Junior Snyder are adding on to their buildings and joining together.
Right.
And the plumbing, of course, is done by none other than my longtime friend, Dwayne Elton. Go ahead, big boy.
He's a character.
Oh, yes.
And I got some blue.
Yeah, I went to Natchez this weekend, and this is a picture of three brothers.
Welcome back, KSLO, by the way.
Really went on, the Ely brothers
from Sibley.
Made music all up and down the Mississippi River. And this is the hotel that was built, I guess, 3 to 5 years ago, right next to the convention center. They have a beautiful new convention center right almost next door to Biscuits and Blues. My friends over there, Peter and his wife are the owners and operators.
There's the sun going down over Vidalia from the Natchez side on top of the bluff.
Yes.
And then here's the Grand Hotel again.
Yep, and a beautiful fountain. The fountain's been there, was donated by the Rotary Club back in 1969.
No
now it's really used and visited.
Hotel,
that's correct. You walk over and
there's the boat. Did you get on the boat? Did y'all go somewhere on the boat?
No, the boat
you don't get to
leave.
go anywhere.
No, you get to gamble and eat and drink.
Okay, all right. Just checking. Natchez under the hill and the nice walkway they've built on top of the bluff and the sun going down. Let's see.
Beautiful pictures.
Kids playing at the fountain.
Yep.
Bobby Dupre posing in front of the fountain.
Yep.
The hotel from the Vidalia
side went over to the Comfort Inn. Beautiful hotel there. I've stayed there a few times.
And
then this is a story right here.
Go ahead.
This is Mr. D, and Mr. D owns the Old Country Store, and that's on Highway 61, just about halfway between Natchez and Port Gibson. And Mr. D is Arthur Davis. He owns the land and the building and the business. And he only moved there about 15 years ago. He's from South Florida, attended Florida State, a well-educated person.
He's a Seminole.
And he has a beautiful voice, and we taped him,
a little video,
and we have it, but we can't play it, unfortunately, Mr. D. But I had to have a picture with Mr. D. Then show his 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
He has his
10 Commandments of business.
And I'll tell you what, he lives by all 10 of those. There's no better promoter of a business. He reminds me, what was the gentleman that started the fried chicken?
The Colonel?
The Colonel. He is the Colonel of that particular business. Well, beautiful man. I've stopped, every time I go by there, I stop in, and delicious food, I might add. Country cooking.
Let's show some other photos
and this is a site that's being built, and that's going to be the second riverboat casino that's coming to Natchez. Yes, sir. Another one coming.
That's very good. You know, they say when you got one place that do well, if two are there, they can do better.
They're going to do better.
All right. What else I got to show? Look, boy, this pretty place, man.
Yeah, kind of looking for another little place. I had a beautiful place, and it went. And I'm kind of looking, and I guess this one's a little bit pricey, but I'd taken a picture of it, so I don't mind showing it. Beautiful place, beautiful, all completely renovated inside.
And Natchez is so beautiful.
Oh, I love Natchez. I'm in another world when I get there. I relax.
St. Mary's Basilica.
And I went by to visit Bonita and Nick Fontenot.
Well, yeah, they've got a place there too.
Oh, beautiful place.
Oh, yeah.
I left my card, so they're going to know I went the next time. They go.
Miss Vicky was your driver?
My driver. And this is in Port Gibson.
Right.
And the next is the school building, and it's a military prep school, and Noah Fakuri attended school there 2 years, I might add.
Nice
and
church.
they must have 10 churches on Highway 61 that runs right through town.
There's
on
the
way to
famous
Vic-
one with the finger pointed to heaven.
Yep, pointed to heaven, the gold finger. And
Southern
this, I
states.
went by the big feed store where I had taken pictures of the Watkins products. I wanted to take some more pictures, but they were closed, so I just have a picture to show. And then this is the
Look
collectible
at
lady.
Curios, I
Yep,
guess.
Curios. She could have a long sale of her own. She just keeps adding, and adding. I blew the horn. I couldn't get her to come out. Last time she came out and fussed about FEMA hadn't sent her money yet.
And then we got
They
this
must have
photo.
sent it. Now, this picture is on the intersection of Highway 1 when you leave in Simmsport. That might, what? Vicki told me the name of it. And it's an Exxon station. And this young man,
You're near-
after
near Bachelor,
church,
I guess?
yeah, before you get to Bachelor,
Okay.
on Highway 1, real nice store. I mean, they have really renovated and expanded. They have seating now, and several items on the menu. And this young man, I knew he'd talk with me, just the way he looked. Actually, he had just left his church. He's the reverend there, the minister there. His name is Joseph Levine. And I said, do you know anybody in Bachelor? He says, well, that's where I'm from. I'm from Bachelor. I said, really? What about Chris Fazer? Oh, the old Mr. Chris or the young Mr. Chris? I said, well, I knew
Cool.
them
There you
both. Well, he says, Daddy used to work for the Fazer family, Chris Fazer. And he says, now I do some work for little Mr. Chris.
And Chris headed up the insurance rating commission for years and
years.
years.
Retired after right at 50 years. And of course, Chris called me Monday. Joe had gone and visited with him and told him, and I had given him a card just to prove that I had broken the ice, as I call it. And real nice young fella. And of course, one other notable person comes from Bachelor, and that person is none other than our own dear friend,
Doc Hudson.
deceased Doc Hudson. Doc Hudson was everybody's friend, I guess is the best way to describe it. And of course,
And
he
was
knew
proud to
of
say
the,
he was from
of the fact,
Bachelor. Oh, yeah.
And Joe knew of the
And
fact.
then what you got here in the Vols Parish, they had an egg knocking contest.
Well, you know,
But
I asked people if
we don't call that egg knocking here. What we call that?
Pocking.
Pocking. You pock eggs.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. And I asked, I guess, 25 people while I was in Natchez if they were familiar with pocking eggs, fighting eggs, or knocking eggs.
Right.
And you know how many of them knew it? None.
Really?
None knew of it.
Man, my grandpa would sit in the chair and hold that
Once you leave
egg.
Acadiana, I don't think you'd get many. In fact, I talked to some people from Shreveport. They didn't know what that was.
My grandpa Gitro wanted the hard egg. My daddy always wanted the soft egg because my grandpa Gitro, he wanted to win, but my daddy wanted to eat the egg.
Eat the egg, that's right.
And he's probably watching today or listening on the radio. Good morning, Daddy.
And this is out of the Country Roads magazine.
Excellent magazine.
That is
Out of the Baton Rouge area, I think, but they do
Baton Rouge,
a great
but
job.
One of the articles they had was Country Road, the old Iron Bridge. This is about 3 miles from where Vicki lives.
Sure.
It was formerly a grocery store and the post office. Now it's the voting place and a museum. And Vicki said the museum continues to grow. So if you're ever out in the Big Bend is what they call that area of the Vols Parish, Big Bend. And then they had a real nice long article on Frank and Neil Thibodeau of Bob's tree preservation.
And you see those trucks everywhere.
And of course, we know Mr. Bob right there in Church Point, Louisiana. Great article. Then we had a picture of our own, well, her daddy was from Opelousas, J.P. Trosclair, and here
Regina
Charbonneau, and Regina is going to be on the maiden boat ride on the new American Queen.
Right.
That'll start.
Paddle boat will go all the way to St. Louis, I think. Or even higher?
Yeah, at least St. Louis. I think that's where, then it comes back down, and it's going to stop, and she's the head chef. She's going to set up the menu, let's put it that way. And of course, she has her own bed and breakfast. Then had a great article on Poverty Point, which I'll hear a lot about it. I had never read anything, but this had a good article about it.
Now you know you got to go.
And then St. Landry Parish actually has a little advertisement in Country Road.
They did a nice article when we redid the bell at St. Landry Church and put it on the internet and everything, where people can follow on the internet. They did a nice article about the whole thing, and I didn't know them that much. I mean, I'd see the magazine from time to time and got to talk to the ladies there.
Right here in Baton Rouge.
Very nice. That's right. Very, very nice. Very sharp people who understand the local area.
They really do a great job of telling it like it is, according to the way we know it. They don't try to blow it up or anything.
Right.
Great. If you see a copy of it, it's a big article.
How about another sponsor? Let's get Carl's Thrifty Way. All your medicinal needs, go down to Carl's here on Highway 182 South Union Street, as we call it on the city side. They can do everything from your medications to get all your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications. They can compound multiple medications together. Great decorating and gift ideas. They'll even come out to your house and give you some good home decorating ideas as well. Carl's Thrifty Way here in Opelousas. And let's talk about Dixie Storage. Maybe right now you got those kids getting ready to go off to college. You know, graduation is right around the corner. You're redoing the house, taking some of that furniture out. Dixie Storage is a great place to send that old furniture that you're going to let the kids use in the apartment while mama gets a new living room set. So send it down to Dixie. They got locations in Port Barry, Opelousas, and Washington. They've got a great reception hall in Port Barry, holds 300 or 400 people in it with a full-blown kitchen. They've got another building on the opposite side of the bridge, a small convenience store / restaurant building, very accessible. Great number of traffic right there on Highway 190.
Somebody's going to hit.
That's right.
They're going to make a hit yet. It's going to take a while.
And they'll also do your commercial storage. They'll do trucking of your goods and do inventory control for you. And they've got A-plus glass at locations in Lafayette and in Opelousas.
Tammy Lamonte reminded us that the Delta Grand Theater is owned by St. Landry Parish, by the way, by the parish government. And they would like to host a summer camp featuring the many youngsters that are interested in theatrics. There you go. The camp will last a total of 3 weeks, beginning on June the 4th and ending Friday, June the 22nd. And they're going to have a couple of performances during that time.
I got to go to break.
We have to go to break, but also they have some very reasonably priced advertisements that could advertise your business amongst a different group of people, actually.
That's right. So, folks, we're going to see you on TV and radio on the other side of 3.